it seems like we had a very interesting, uh a little eventful, but not as eventful as I thought it was going to be. With the Monster Mile at Dover. We didn't get the family reunion and the as we did before in Victory Lane. This go around, we got Jenny Hamlin, which I don't know. Was it just me? Or did everybody else hear fewer boos in the crowd? I, I don't know. I was still reeling. Like, huh? I literally heard fewer boos. I heard some, but the yays were still there. Sorry, y'all. I'm still, as usual. It just takes a while. But I'm getting there, slowly but surely. I that just shocked me a little bit. I'm not sure why, because usually we hear a constant boo when Denny Hamlin wins anything. But not this go round. Not at all. But it's okay. I guess it's because he wasn't in his hometown. It wasn't more Denny Hamlin fans were there. Maybe that's what it was. I'm not sure. So it was very interesting to watch that, needless to say. The comment was made, the only time some drivers see the number 11 sign with middle fingers is when they ride with Denny Hamlin in the trucks, aka people's middle fingers, and or get booed. And so the fans go, no, that's not them giving you the middle fingers. That's literally them just showing you their number 11s. So I've never thought of it that way until I read that the other week. So yeah, it is people now giving the bird is to Jenny Hamlin is them showing the number 11s instead. It is definitely one of those. You have to have a sense of humor. We started off Dover with Kyle Busch in the lead. He has had a rough start to the season. That is for sure. So I was definitely looking to see what happened with Kyle Busch at Dover, because it has been not his greatest season so far. Blaney will eventually get up around him until we get a caution for Todd Gilliland. So that we can, of course we need a caution. He gets loose and spins, so this brings him out. They have to change Todd's tires, of course. This does put Todd down several laps. It is one of those situations where, he flat spotted his tires. didn't necessarily need a whole lot, but it had to be like towed because of it, because of the possible damage to the car. But it does cost him a lot of laps in this case. You have Michael McDowell, who at Talladega had an amazing run until his crash. And right there at the end, got caught speeding on pit road, sent to the rear. And then Tyler Reddick and Corey Helm, which is Corey Helm driving for Eric Jones, because Eric Jones is out due to the accident that he had at Talladega. Made contact on pit road. I was like, oh wow. But all the while that's going on, we have Ryan Preece, who's got smoke in the car. I was like, I thought we left cars on fire in 2023, but clearly, no, we didn't. We didn't leave cars in fire in 2023. We still had cars on fire in 2024. He believed it was like the door foam that was smoking. He'll eventually be out of the race because of it. I was just like, nope, I don't want to be driving in that. Who would want to be driving with a vehicle full of smoke, first of all? Yes, I know they have great ventilation systems in their helmet, but the extra heat? No thank you. Already hot enough in the car. So his day ends pretty early with his issue in the car. We had a caution for Brad Keselowski. And then the stage ends with Martin Truex Jr. winning stage 1. So we get back underway. Going, and it looks like, we have a little bit of contact on on again between some drivers. People are radioing in, telling people or their crew, hey, I'm tight here in traffic. This has been something that's been an issue. Drivers have complained all year round. We can't move, we can't pass, especially in dirty air. This has been something that's been a common theme that has been complained about. I think by so many. Denny Hamlin's been a huge person, I'll have to say that, on his podcast about how bad it is to pass when you're in a crowd or the air is quote unquote dirty and you're trying to really just get around people. But while they're working on William Byron's car, they dropped the jack too early and they ended up having to rejack that car up in the to make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's taken care of. And I just learned as well that some of Hendrick's crew, especially Larson's and Chase Elliott's crew chiefs, come down and assist some with their actual pit stops. I didn't know that until just recently as well. So very interesting to see that. Corey LaJoy, who had a crazy ride as well, was up front for a little bit again. about the halfway point. Because he hadn't pitted yet. He needed to still pit. There was almost another huge incident. Where we have Christopher Bell almost getting Hook Christopher Buescher coming out onto turn 4, but they were both able to save it. I was like, good gracious. And then Brad Kozlowski, of course, hit the wall pretty good. I was like, y'all, I thought we had Talladega last week, not Crash Fest this week. It was just like, we see more like accidents at Dover than we saw at Talladega. It was insane. Or was it just me? Like, we really saw more accidents at Dover. Top 10, Kyle Larson won. Alex Bowman was second. Hamlin was third. Hamlin got off pit road first. And then we go from there. Hamlin and Larson were among those to pit and come down pit road early. We do have another incident with Bubba Wallace where there's an accident with him. This is in stage 3. This is Byron, Wallace, and Bell that were all among them. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't know if it's like over the tunnel where there's extra bumps. I'm not sure exactly what triggered that crash at all. But this does take William Byron out. It does take Bubba Wallace out. Bell does get back out. He's just Christopher Bell doesn't end up. He'll try to get back out, but ends up coming and going to Infield Care Center as well. So everybody almost involved in that wreck is just done. Their cars were destroyed. I was like, I don't know how, first of all, William Byron was able to drive his to his pit stall. How did you see to drive your car to pit stall? Your hood of your car was blocking your entire windshield. Hopefully, the spotter was telling him in his ear, that's the only thing I can think of, because otherwise, that was some great driving. That was insane. It's just like, nope, never again. Never, ever again. Let's not do that. Let's just wait for the tow truck next time, because that was insane. We do see there, Hamlin will go on to win. Kyle Larson does try to catch up, but every time that he does go to catch up, Denny Hamlin will, of course, take the air off of him. It is, at least I have to say, a clean race between the two of them. We know that there has been, in the past, some major beef between the two of them when it comes to clean racing. So it did end up, at least being clean, which I have to give it to him. Clean racing. But when you have the data that they have now, you can see the other drivers' preferred lines and be able to take that away from them as much as possible. Now, this does mean that between Joe Gibbs Racing and Hendrick Motorsports, they have combined to win 9 of the first 11 races. Joe Gibbs Racing placed 3 cars in the top 10 at Dover. So, which isn't bad. Another really interesting fact was, while Kyle Busch started on the pole, he ended up 4th, which is probably one of his better finishes this season. And Noah Gragson has a 6th place finish, giving him back-to-back top 10s for the first time in his Cup career. And Daniel Hemrick finished 9th, which also gave him back-to-back top 10s for the first time in Cup. So now Denny Hamlin and William Byron both have 3 wins. I was like, oh boy, we coming down to 3 wins between two drivers. Is this going to be the Denny Hamlin, William Byron show this year? One year we had the Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick show. Now I feel like right now we're on the Denny Hamlin, William Byron show. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if this Denny Hamlin and William Byron show continue on. There's no telling. We are set to move to Kansas, which, if history repeats itself, has generally been a Toyota winning racetrack here in the recent history. Just overall. Why? I'm not sure. They've just figured that track out very well. It's one of those, they have nailed it. Absolutely nailed this down to the best of their ability. They did announce that Eric Jones has been cleared by the NASCAR physicians and his doctor to go back racing, but he will be sitting out Kansas. They hope for him to be back next weekend. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. signed a multi-year contract extension with JTG Daughtry, which is exciting for him. That's super exciting for Ricky to know that he is locked up for a couple more years. Let's see if it says how long. It doesn't, just that it's a multi-year. Cup race, multi-year extension. So another several years that he's there. So that ride is taken care of and out the way for silly season. Silly season will start ramping up here really, really fast and really quick. There will be no doubt that silly season will be very much interesting on how things play out. There's shouldn't be too terribly many seats open, but it is still silly season, and we will just have to wait and see what all plays out. We are at Kansas, and again, like I said, this has been a overall Toyota race that they go to win. I'm not sure what it is. 23XI race team has won 3 of the last 4 events at the mile-and-a-half track. Tyler Reddick won last fall. So it's definitely one of those situations where a Toyota is there. And Christopher Bell is on the pole. Just to put it out there, Toyota. We are set to get the engines fired at 3:02, and green flag is set to wave at 3:13 today. 267 laps on the mile-and-a-half track, and it is concrete. Stage 1, lap 80 is when it's set to end. Stage 2, lap 165. And then we are going to be on FS1. We'll broadcast the race, so if you need to watch it, if you need to listen to it, PRN or SiriusXM channel 90. It is a high of 64 today with a 15% chance of rain. Boo! No rain, please. Let's not have any rain. Tyler Reddick won last fall, leading the final 2 laps over Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin was second. Eric Jones placed third. In the spring race last year, Kyle Larson led on the final lap before contact with Hamlin put Larson in the wall, and Hamlin won. Hence, as I said, there's always some beef going on with them. Always. I don't. Let's just go there. There's just beef. We have Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain, Noah Gragson, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch again, starting at top 5. Ty Gibbs, Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Chase Elliott, and Chase Briscoe. I have to say, Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland, we have seen a lot more of that team since they have made an alliance with RFK. It has definitely drastically changed the scene of that team. Jimmy Johnson is also racing in this race today as well. So I do have to give props where props is due to both Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland and just that overall team and making the move that they needed to make their team better. We have 15 Chevrolets, 14 Fords, and 9 Toyotas overall, and 38 drivers on the field for today. Or track, however you want to say it. So that just leads me to wonder how. I understand that right now they have said we are not going to be an alliance. We're going to learn things the hard way with Legacy Motor Club. It just leads me to wonder, how long will they be like that before they make a technical alliance? Because clearly it has made vast improvements with other teams. So we're seeing those improvements everywhere else. We could see those improvements with them too, if they choose the option. So we'll just have to wait and see with that. So happy race day. Can't wait to see how Kansas goes. And then before you know it, we'll be back racing at beautiful Dover for Mother's Day. Not Dover, Darlington for Throwback Weekend and Mother's Day. So I've already saw quite a few throwback cars. So It's going to be pretty. It's going to be awesome. And we'll just have to wait and see what all everyone has in store for us for Throwback Weekend at Darlington coming up. So happy Sunday, happy race day, and I will see you again soon. Bye, y'all.